Hello coffeeholics, welcome back. You have seen my cold brew videos and of course I have shown you many different recipes, but I have not yet shown you how to make the most popular one of them all, which is cappuccino. So I got requests to make cold brew cappuccino using different cup sizes. So that's what I'm going to show you today. We are going to make cappuccino 3 different ways. Iced cappuccino, 12 ounces, 16 and 22 ounces. For the ingredients, as usual, we are going to use cold brew. Let's take a short recap on how we made our cold brew coffee. Making cold brew coffee is relatively easy. First, you find the coffee beans that you like, buy the coffee beans, and if you don't have a grinder, you may ask the seller to simply grind the coffee for you. Ask for coarse grind. The reason being, we are going to use the infusion method when we cold brew. If you just have the coffee beans and you don't have a grinder, you may also use a regular blender. All you have to do is to make a little at a time, put the coffee beans in your blender and give it a short spin, not too long. What about the brewing proportion? For my recipes, I normally make a concentrated brew. That means I use 1 part coffee to 10 parts of water. So if I'm going to make 1 liter of cold brew, I will need 100 grams of ground coffee. And to cold brew, all you need is to get a jug, a pitcher, a container, put your 1 liter of water in, add your 100 grams of ground coffee, give it a little bit of a stir, and then let it brew overnight, at least 12 hours. After 12 to 24 hours, what you need to do is to strain your coffee grounds, and then you get your cold brew. Very easy to make. For the cold brew, I recommend to use very strong coffee. So I'm using dark roast coffee beans here. And as always, it is better to use coffee beans and then you grind them fresh just before you make your cold brew. Next, we are going to use sugar syrup. Because we don't want it to be too much milk, cappuccino needs to have less milk and more coffee. I am going to add sugar syrup to make it sweeter. Again, this is optional depending on how sweet you want your drinks to be. And of course, we are going to use my milk syrup. For those that do not know yet how to make this milk syrup, please check the other video tutorial. I'm sure by now, many of you already know how to make this. And finally, because this is cappuccino, it needs to have a very thick milk foam. So I'm going to use fresh milk for my milk foam and then sprinkle some cocoa powder on top. This one, I'm only using Milo, so you can use any cocoa powder that you have available. Let's start by making our milk foam. I'm using an electric milk frother here, and we're going to froth our milk. Perfect. We are going to put it into my ice box just so that the foam will stabilize. Let's start making our drinks. I'm going to prepare them in a separate measuring cup before I pour them into our glasses. For the 12 ounces cappuccino, we need 4 ounces of our cold brew or 120 ml of cold brew. Half an ounce of sugar syrup, 1 ounce of milk syrup. Stir to combine, and you have a dark looking cappuccino. Because I use a dark roast here, you can see that my coffee is quite dark. I like it that way. Okay, that is for my 12 ounces. Next, let us make the one for 16 ounces. For this, I will need 5 ounces of cold brew. You need more coffee for cappuccino. And then, once again, I'm going to use half an ounce of sugar syrup. This time, I'm going to use 1.5 ounce of milk syrup. There you go. Start to combine well. Once again, it is looking very dark, very cappuccino. And it is smelling gorgeous. Okay, so that is for our 16-ounce cup. Now let's make our final drink, which is for the 22 ounces cup. Once again, because this is cappuccino, I need lots of coffee. So this time I am going to use 7 ounces of cold brew. The same amount of sugar syrup, 0.5. Once again, you may skip the sugar syrup depending on how sweet or less sweet you want it to be. And this time we are going to put 2 ounces of milk syrup. Now that's a lot of coffee. Now this is for our 22 ounces glass. Okay, now I have 3 proportions here ready to pour into our glasses. There you go, 3 different sizes of cappuccino using cold brew. All of them will taste equally good, I know that for sure, because I have tried it many times. Coffeeholics, these are the drinks for you. Let's try our 12 ounces. This is so cute. I think this one is perfect for me. I love the taste of my coffee. Wow, that is really strong. Lovely. What I like about the cappuccino is that it doesn't have so much milk. So for those that do not like a lot of milk in their coffee, cappuccino is a drink for you. It's supposed to be the most popular milky coffee. So if you haven't yet tried a cappuccino and you're always having a latte, try having a cappuccino for a change. Strong coffee. Well, the taste will also depend on your coffee. This one is a very strong one. I use my dark roast, which has a hint of chocolate. Delicious. Perfectly sweet. Not so sweet. Well, there you go. For those that have been asking me how to make cappuccino using cold brew, I have given you 3 different recipes. 12 ounces, 16 and 22 ounces. If you have any questions or if you would like me to add any more recipes for cold brew, do let me know. Comment below. And as always, don't forget to click that subscribe button below for more of these video tutorials. I look forward to giving you more and more recipes for coffee. So stay tuned. In the meantime, may you always stay safe and your coffee be always strong. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.